Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Griselda. It's been about 2.5-3 weeks since I uploaded here on YouTube. I know in my last video I was finally able to open up to you guys about my personal life dealing with COVID-19, being a single parent. I first wanted to say thank you to every single one of you guys for your support, for watching my video, and for your comments. You guys made me feel at peace with myself. You guys made me feel like I wasn't alone, and I honestly wanted to thank you guys for that, because when I uploaded the video I honestly felt so much anxiety, but reading your comments made me feel at peace. So I just wanted to say thank you to every single one of you guys. I know shortly after I uploaded my video, we were dealing with the tragedy of George Floyd's death. It was something that changed the whole entire world in so many different ways. I know I felt a lot of heaviness in my heart, and I felt like I couldn't go back to my normal life posting makeup looks. My last makeup look that I posted was me announcing that I had a new video, and right after that everything else was about the Black Lives Movement, which I'm going to continue to support. I'm going to continue to do my part to share information that I feel is super important for everyone to know about, not only myself, because I know that I don't know everything. There's a lot of information that is out there that is brand new to me that I wasn't aware of. I know we're also dealing with the children in cages, people that are missing. A lot of things were put on pause because everything that has been going on. So before I jumped into this video and talked to you guys about makeup, I didn't feel right just not addressing the situation and let you guys know that I am a big supporter of the Black Lives Movement, and I'm going to continue to be a big supporter and do my part by not only having those uncomfortable conversations with myself, because I do have conversations with myself sometimes, but with my son, my family, and with other people. And I'm going to continue to educate myself and my son about racism and about everything else that has been going on in the world. So with that being said, I'm super excited to be back in my studio and just talk to you guys about makeup, because it has been a long time and I'm super excited for this look. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. All right, so I've already done my eyebrows. We're gonna start off by spraying our face with the Hydrating Milky Mist. This has hyaluronic acid and oat. Next up, we're gonna be using the Set the Stage Hydrating Primer Serum from Lawless. This is a brand new primer. I haven't used it. It feels really lightweight. With anything that is a serum, I really like to work it into the skin so it doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. Because it's really hydrating, I really like to work it in. For foundation, we are going to be using the Synchro Skin. This is the self-refreshing foundation, and it's oil-free, and it also has SPF 30. I know I mentioned this to you guys before, but I am a huge fan of foundations that have SPF, because it is super important to protect your skin, and I am obsessed with this foundation. This foundation is so good. It just leaves your skin looking so rich and healthy. And I'm using the shade 360. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I have a brand new backdrop. I also have a very clean and organized beauty room. I've had quite a productive last couple of weeks with everything that has been going on. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, so I think I took out all of my anxiety out in this beauty room. I will insert a few clips of me trying to clean this room because I did try filming it, but it was a fail because both of my cameras that I had recording just kept turning off. So I just gave up. All right, so for concealer, we are going to be using the Essential High Coverage Concealer by Jouer. I haven't used this concealer in such a long time. I'm also going to be highlighting my under eyes a little different. I saw this video on Amanda Ensing's TikTok. I really liked how it really brightened underneath the eyes, but it also just kind of gave me a nice little lift. So we're gonna start off by applying the concealer just in the inner part first. And with this concealer, I know I mentioned this to you guys before, but it does dry down pretty quick, so you have to work a little faster than usual. And then you go here and you just highlight that part here to kind of lift up your eye. I tried it twice already when I did my makeup, the only 2 times that I did my makeup during these last couple of weeks, and it really gives you a mini facelift. And I'm using the shade Macaron. I don't know if you guys remember how obsessed I was with this concealer. I used to use it all the time. Sometimes you just have to put some products down and then pick them back up to remember how good they are. You just gotta make sure that you blend out the harshness of the line that you create right there. I do see a difference when I do my concealer like that opposed to how I used to do it, and I really like it. Especially because I haven't gotten my Botox done in God knows how long, but I have an appointment now and I'm so excited. I feel like I'm bringing out all the old products that I used to use. I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty Pound Cake Easy Bake Loose Powder to set underneath my eyes. I used to use, what color? Banana Bread, I think it was. This is just like a little lighter, so I'm just going to pick it up with a fluffy brush. You just got to blend out your under eye first. Make sure that there's nothing creasing underneath the eyes, and then you are going to set. I used to use this powder all the time, but you know, I like to switch it up. You guys know I love my Laura Mercier powder too. That one's a really good one. And then we're just gonna go in and right underneath. And I love the way that this powder smells. You're just going to set the highlighted areas. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited that the world is finally opening up. I feel like I'm still a little kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna go anywhere. I haven't actually gone out to eat anywhere because I just feel like I'm not ready for all that. I have obviously done takeout, but to actually sit at a restaurant and eat, I don't know if I could do that. I think I'm not ready for all of that right now. I know some states are fully open to the world, like up and running, and I've seen people just going out and not caring. They're just like going back to normal life. I know eventually I'm gonna have to do that, but I think it's gonna take me a minute. Bronzer, I'm going to be using my Faces by Rob, the Glow Book. I'm going to pick up this color right here that's called Sunset, and we are going to use that as my bronzer. I'm going to be using this Luxie 522 taper highlighter brush. I've been like giving myself manicures at home and pedicures because I'm not even ready for all that. I'm ready to go get my nails done, but not ready to actually go get my nails done. But I'm also used to my nails being short now, that I don't even know how I'm gonna act when I get my nails done. Only time can tell. So for blush, we are going to pick up the color Shy from that same palette, this one right here, and we are just going to pop that on the apple of the cheeks and throw it back. And as of recently, I've been loving just placing my blush like right here to kind of lift up my cheekbones, give me a little bit more definition here. Now picking up my Huda Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder, we are going to pick up our beauty blender, and then we are going to just place that right underneath. This technique is going to define your cheekbones, and I typically don't like to leave it on for too long, so by the time I'm like done sealing this and putting it away, I like to dust it off. And I just like to use just any fluffy brush, because as you guys can see, it already defines it. And then I just buff everything together. You see that? just kind of chisels your cheekbones a little bit more. And also my jewelry is from Gypsy BK Jewelry. I will also link them in the description box below so you guys can check them out. I love the quality of their jewelry. They are gold plated. All right, so moving on to the eyes. You guys already know we're gonna be priming our eyes with the P. Louise base, and I am using the shade Rumour 01. We're gonna be using the P. Louise brush. This is just a flat brush, it doesn't have a number. We're just going to pack that on. I just like to blend out the edges towards the end so there's no harshness, and in the inner corner. So for the eyes, we are going to be using the Minimalist eyeshadow palette by Elcie Cosmetics. We are going to pick up this color right here, which is a skin tone color, and we are going to be using this taper blender brush by Makeup Addiction. We're just gonna blend that out in the crease. We always want to start off with a transition shade. So for the lid, I'm going to be using the Powerchrome loose eye pigment in the shade Shock'em by Nars. I've played around with these and they are best used with your finger. It's like a chunky formula, but the pigment on these, I actually used it in my last video on my lid, and as you can see, it is super pigmented, but I do like to use it with my finger because it warms it up to the skin and it just blends out a lot smoother. So for eyeliner, we are going to be using the Nars Cosmetics Imortal eyeliner, and I'm going to be using a 210 brush from MAC. And this eyeliner also just glides on super smooth. It's really hard to get a gel eyeliner to glide on top of chunky eyeshadow. So lately, because I've had so much time on my hands, I've been catching up on a lot of my favorite shows. I watched season 6 of How to Get Away with Murder, which is so good. I also watched, I think was it season 4 of Queen of the South. That's also another really good show if you guys are looking for something to watch. I need to finish watching Ozark. So for mascara, I'm just going to do a small coat of my Roller Lash Mascara by Benefit. So for lashes, I went ahead and I popped on these 3D faux mink lashes in the style 1010 by Daddy Lashes. So for my waterline, we are going to be using Nars Cosmetics. This is the Reflex Gel Liner in the shade Santos. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be using this in the waterline, but I'm gonna put it in my waterline. And I'm using a thin brush. This one is the Extravaganza Small Eyeliner E10 brush by Sigma. And I'm gonna also bring it down right in between the lash line, almost like lifting my lashes upwards so I can place the eyeliner right underneath. All right, so we are going to pick up the transition shade with a pencil brush. This one is the pencil brush from Dose of Colors, and we are just going to add a little bit of warmthness right underneath the blue so there's a bit of transition. And then we are going to be using Mind Blown Volumizing Mascara by ColourPop. I don't think I've ever done a color mascara on my channel. First time for everything. All right, so before we move on to the lips, I wanted to do a lip scrub because my lips are so dry. I'm going to be using the Agave Plus Weekly Lip Scrub by Bite Beauty. I feel like they have one of the best lip scrubs, so we are just going to pick that up with our finger. Just remove all that dead skin. Then I'm just going to go back in with my beauty blender and just kind of mute my lips out just a little bit. For the lips, we are going to be using the Haus Laboratories RIP Lip Liner in the shade Myth. This lip liner is more on the pinker undertone, so it's going to go perfect with the look. For lipstick, we're going to be using Angel Baby by Artist Couture. And then I'm going to go back in with the lip liner just to blend out the lipstick and the lip liner together. And then for gloss, we're going to be using Sweet Mouth Gloss Bomb by Fenty. All right, you guys, so this is the final look. I really love the pop of color in the waterline. I feel like I haven't done a blue look in a really long time. The last time I did one, I think it was a smoky blue eye. So let me know if you want another blue look. Maybe I can do something a little different, not just a pop of blue. Maybe I can do like a blue eyeshadow look. Leave that in the comments down below, along with any other suggestions. I also wanted to let you guys know that I do have a green juice video coming soon. I know I mentioned that to you guys in my previous video. If you guys wanted me to do a green juice video on how to make it and what are the benefits and how I have benefited from the green juice. I did complete my 30-day green juice challenge that I did for myself, but again, everything that happened, I actually stopped posting at my 26th day of my green juice, but I did finish it, so I just wanted to let you guys know that as well. So without further ado, I will see you guys in my next video.